And hello, everybody, and welcome here to the seventh race of season two of the DRL Red Bull GT series as we're getting ready to go short track racing here at the Mansfield Motorsports Park in Mansfield, Ohio. 50 laps about to be underway here at the amazing short track in Ohio. On the pole position is Prudence Martindale and the overall pole sitter. Addison Peterson, the pole sitter for the Viper class. Road 2 is Skylar Taylor and Christopher Bright. On pole for Mustangs will be Brooke Packett. And on pole for the Corvettes is David Heller. Prudence Martindale comes in this race 12th in the point standings. Addison Peterson, who starts in the second position, dropped 2 spots to 11th in the point standings. Skylar Taylor in row number 2, as I mentioned. Skylar is 25th in the point standings. And alongside of her, as I mentioned, was Christopher Bright. Bright has actually been gaining some points in the last couple of races. He's now up to 23rd position in the points standings. You can check down the description for the official starting lineup. The points coming into today's race are as follows. Brian Webb is the points leader by 23 points over Kyle Langland, 27 points ahead of Cody Smart. And then tied for fourth was Alexander Underwood, our winner from Indy. Razor Callaghan also tied for fourth, even though he's technically fifth in the standings. Then it's David Heller, Titan Nichols, Timo Mauser, Zachary Fitzwater, and Josh Harmon, the top 10. Brian Webb also has a 9-point lead over a tie for second between David Heller in the Rookie of the Year. As far as the class points are concerned, Sean Art has the points lead for the Corvette. Josh Harmon's the points leader for the Mustangs. Timo Mauser, the points leader for the Jaguars. And Brian Webb, not only the overall points leader, but the points leader for the Vipers. Let's get these cars moving, as this fly is about to really aggravate me. Getting ready to go 50 laps of racing here on the short track of Mansfield. We'll see how this race will pan out in these 50 laps we have here today. Glad you're along for the ride. Race number 7 of the DRL Red Bull GT Series is green. Let's go racing, drivers. Prudence Martindale out to the early lead in the number 3 Jaguar. She will lead the first lap. In second place is Addison Peterson, who is now the leader of the Viper class. Leading the Jaguar class is Samad Ozkin, as he's right behind, that's not leading, I'm sorry. I have this stupid fly that's starting to annoy the hell out of me. David Heller's leading the Corvette class. And who's leading the Mustang class, you ask? That's Brooke Packett, who's starting to lose spots. She lost the spot to Kyle Langland. This short track shouldn't be that long as far as, it's only half a mile as far as the short track is concerned. Prince Martindale having a good run. Cody Smart, by the way, was your winner last week at Michigan. I lowered the AI down so we don't have a bit of a wreck fest. I do want some cautions, but at the same time, I want to make sure this race has a good flow, if you know what I mean. as I had to put the get the schedule put up. Oh, got a wreck. I heard skid marks. Somebody has wrecked over here in turn number 3. That's Bradley Ream and Reggie Fogelman making their second starts. And the caution is out. Caution's out for the first time today on lap number 12 of 50. Look out, look out, look out. This is the problem with short tracks. When you race back to the line, all these cars just took the yellow and, they got to slow way down. As I don't know what the heck we're doing under the yellow. Come on, guys. Get by the leader. You're going to get lapped, and I have a pretty bad feeling this is not... Ooh, Martindale, what are you doing there? You almost put Bradley Ream in the wall. That's kind of careless driving, if you ask me. So, caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump back, look at a replay, see what exactly brought out the yellow here at Mansfield. Well, before we check and find out what the first caution of the day was, DRL officials brought this to my attention that we had an incident that didn't bring out the caution and involved rookie driver Brandon Nelson. It looks like he got turned by Brian Webb, the points leader. And also made a little bit of contact with Reggie Fogelman. Right to the inside wall went Brandon Nelson. And who's he? Ooh, he almost got Fitzwater. Oh, we got that's one of the Corvettes. That's Sean Art. Yeah, Sean Art got a piece of it. And then you see right there, the 4 car had to come to pit road. And right now we're told he is off the lead lap. I believe he's like 2 or 3 laps down. So that's a tough break for Brandon Nelson in the 4 car. So that's why he came to pit road and why he's 3 laps down. So that's what happened there. Now let's show you what brought out the first caution of the day. And here's what brought the first caution of the day out. Looks like Reggie Fogelman was trying to get into a 3-wide situation with Riley Pearson and Bradley Ream. And looks like the 99 just got up into the 21. Got the 21 loose and up into the safer barrier. There is a safer barrier. Bradley Ream, I don't know how hard he hit the wall. Oh, he hit it pretty good. Let's take a look at another angle here. See Fogelman right on the left rear, and Ream tried to save it, just couldn't. And just gets the right rear of that Ford Mustang up into the wall. Of course, he didn't hit it that hard, but, on a short track, it's, hard to tell. So that's what brought out the caution for the first time today, as it was a 2-car crash between 2 Mustang drivers, Bradley Ream and Reggie Fogelman. Let's jump back to the restart here at Mansfield. Lights still on the pace car. That means we have not gotten the 1 to go signal yet. And we're going to go back to green fairly soon. Prudence Martindale's the leader and the Jaguar leader. Leading the Vipers is Addison Peterson, who's second. Skylar Taylor's third. Salman Oskin fourth. Christopher Bright fifth. Corvette leader is David Heller. He's sixth. Tatiana Navarra seventh. Mustang leader Brooke Packett is eighth. Ninth is Titan Nichols, who's had a rough couple of weeks so far. And Andrew Williams complete the top 10. Going to check our pace cars, see if we're going to go back to green yet or not. And looks like we are still under the yellow. Not sure when we will go back to green, but it'll be fairly soon. Brandon Nelson, ended up 3 laps down after getting turned in the inside wall by Byron Webb, the points leader. And we're told that the 60 car of Alexander Underwood, our winner from Indianapolis, is out of the race due to a mechanical failure. As the lights are out on top of the pace car, we're going to go green flag racing next time by. Alexander Underwood came in his race 4th in points. This is not the result he wanted. Brandon Nelson has now pulled up next to Prudence Martindale as the only car lap down. We have 31 on the lead lap, 32 in the race. We're back to green here at Mansfield. I bet you there's the back of the field. They're already 3/4 of a lap down to race leader Martindale. Prudence Martindale in the Ace Jaguar, the Ace Hardware Store Jaguar. There's Addison Peterson, the Rain-X Dodge Viper. Of course, she is the Viper leader. Addison came as race 11th in the points. She's technically tied with Josh Harmon for 10th in the overall points. Well, Parrish is back here. So is Bradley Ream. Dylan Matthews in his 2nd start, not the first 2 races Reggie Fogelman was hoping for. Sean Art's back here. Riley Pearson's back here. So is Fitzwater. Jesse Art back here. Not good runs. And, of course, the points leader's back here, Brian Webb. The guy that was trying to run down Brian Webb for the points lead. Let's see where Kyle Langland is. He's running in 9th. Well, was running in 9th. He's about to lose that spot to Quinton Moore. Kyle Langland came as race 2nd in points. We're now halfway through this race. And the yellow's out for the 2nd time today. I just saw the flagman with the red flag. Oh, we got a wreck in turn number 3. And Jesse Art is probably the reason for the yellow because she's got a lot of damage to the back bumper. And Addison Peterson just ran the back of her for really no reason. That was kind of not smart there. This is the problem with this track. With any short track, when the drivers are trying to leave the scene of the accident, they're trying to get caught up, and leaders are racing back to the yellow. This is why we have this little cluster of a mess. Caution's out for the second time today. Let's jump back, look at the replay, see what happened to Jesse Art in the 0-6. This is what brought out the second caution of the day. Will Parrish was all over the left rear of Jesse Art. And Jesse just got completely dumped by the one car. Ironically enough, the ride that she was in last season. Goes all the way around. She's going to probably hit the wall square on. Nearly collected Sean Art. Remember, those two got together back at Lime Rock and then crunch. That's a lot of damage to Jesse Art's 0-6. And she was 29th at the time of the wreck. So, oh boy, not a good day for Jesse Art, who comes into this race. If I can find Jesse Art here in the point. She came as race 16th in points, so this is not the result that Jesse Art was hoping for. So, tough break for her. We're going to go ahead and jump to the restart here at Mansfield, as that was what brought out the second caution of the day. Back here at Mansfield Motorsports Park, wrapping up our second yellow of the day. Martindale is still the leader, Addison Peterson second, Simon Oskin third, David Heller fourth, Brooke Packett in fifth, sixth, Brandon Nelson's off the lead lap. Kyler Anderson sixth, Titan Nichols seventh, Quentin Moore eighth, Tatiana Gore ninth, and Andrew Williams complete the top 10. Nobody out of the race from that incident. Of course, the 4 Corvette is 3 laps down. Boy, Brandon Nelson's only going to get 1 point out of today. But to be fair, he's mired at the bottom of the points table in the Corvette class. So it really wouldn't matter how bad his day is. But, once we get to later in the season, he'll start making up all those points and then some. Next week, we're going to head to Rockingham, North Carolina, as the pace car pulls off, as we're going to go back to green. Hopefully, it'll be a much better race than this this Carnage Fest. Well, Sean Art likes Carnage, to be quite honest with you, so. Which is good for Sean, as we're now getting ready to go back to green flag racing here at Mansfield. Green flag back in the air. Excuse me. Prudence Martindale currently still leader. Looks like Addison Peterson's damage is not affecting her car, which is good. Martindale still leads as we're down to 15 laps to go. Yeah, this is kind of a short race here at Mansfield, with the 0.500 mile track. So it's a half mile short track. Martindale still leads. Looks like she and Addison Peterson are the dominant two in the respective classes. David Heller still leads the Corvette class, and then who's leading the Mustangs is still Brooke Packett. Next closest Mustang is Annie Crenshaw. She's already about to fall down another spot. Pretty soon, lap traffic's going to come into play at the rate this race is going. What a dominant run for Prudence Martindale, as she's looking to... I don't know where that knocking came from, but I'm not interested in that knocking. 10 laps to go here at Mansfield. One second. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to see Steven.
He's on.
Oh, hi.
He's in his room. I'll let him.
Thank you.
Hey, Andrew.
Hi, how are you?
Prudence Martindale still leads this race with 6 laps to go coming up. As we're going to have 5 laps to go when we cross the line. If the caution were to come out, this race will end under the yellow flag.
Hey, can you move that to the living room, please?
Do you have, they gave me, I have to verify his MAR today. Do you have his medication MAR? Like what y'all look at to give him his meds?
Yeah, let me grab it for you.
Thank you.
I don't think Addison Peterson's going to make any charges for the second or for the lead, but we'll see as we're down to 3 to go. Got a mile to go here at Mansfield.
Thank you. I'll give it back whenever I'm done. How are you?
Alright.
Good.
White flag in the air for Prudence Martindale. We're on the final lap of this race. And Prudence Martindale is going to go ahead and win here at Mansfield. Viper winner goes to Addison Peterson. David Heller wins for the Corvettes. And Brooke Packett wins for the Mustangs. Going to take a commercial break and be back for your official finisher results here at Mansfield. All right, welcome back. Sorry about that. I had a guest come in, so I had to move myself outside. So, yeah. Congratulations to Prudence Martindale on the victory here today. Addison Peterson, so close, will end up finishing in the second position, but she will win for the Viper class. David Heller completes the overall podium. He wins the Corvette class as well, coming home in third. Kyler Anderson in fourth. Quentin Moore fifth. Brooke Packett will get her first career class win as she finishes in sixth. That's going to be big points day for her. as far as the Mustang class is concerned. Samad Ozkin got 7th, Tatiana Guerra 8th, Kyle Langland 2nd in points gets 9th, and Andrew Williams, after a tough couple of races, comes back to get a 10th place result. Well done to him in that 64. The rest of your top 15 was Titan Nichols, Cody Smart, Angel Gutierrez, Annie Crenshaw, and Christopher Bright. Zachary Fitzwater, Jeffrey Finguy, Josh Harmon, Skyler Taylor, and Zachary Taylor complete the top 10. The two are not related, by the way. You look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, a lot of drivers who were running well in points are going to take some hits. And Brian Webb was 23 points ahead of Kyle Langland. We're going to have to see where this is going to situate some people in the point standings after today's race, as we only had 31 drivers finished on the lead lap. Logan Williams was the last of them. Brandon Nelson got turned to the wall in the early stages of this race. He never recovered. He finishes in 32nd, but he finished the race. And only one driver finished out of the race. That was Alexander Underwood, due to a gearbox failure that took him out of contentions. And he was a driver who came as race 4th in the points. So Mansfield Motorsports Park really played its part in shaking up the points heading into next week at Rockingham, North Carolina. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. But that is going to do it from Mansfield Motorsports Park. Congratulations to our 4 class winners on this race. Thank you guys for joining me for today's race at Mansfield. If you enjoyed this race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Recruit today. We showed your full finish results. You'll see your class points in the description. You'll see your rookie points and overall points in the Discord heading into next week at Rockingham, North Carolina. Until then, I've been Davil signing off, as you've been watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCS Race Sports and Give It channel, celebrating 13 years of great racing, the best in racing since 2017. See you next week from Rockingham, North Carolina. Goodbye from Mansfield.